welcome to Retro Music Review UK. My name is Roger Swift. This is a YouTube channel where I take songs from the past, I play them on old-fashioned equipment like my CD player, my tape deck and my record player, and I basically do my own little commentary on them and what I think about them, and doing a bit of backstory before I start playing the song. And today we're not going to do one song, oh no, we're not going to do two songs, we're actually going to do three, or rather three versions of the same song. And it's one of them songs that people don't realise is a cover. And this is the most famous version. We're going to do, well, we're going to do this third, but we're going to do, it's One by One by Cher there, which was a big European hit in 1996. I remember the song very well. But what people don't know is it's a cover. I didn't know this until very recently. It's actually a cover version. And it's actually the third in a line of cover versions. It was actually a cover of a cover, basically, because it was very original. The very original is here in my hands. I have it. This is a band called Jojo and the Real People. One by One, which was released in 1987. They are a very obscure Liverpudlian band. I'll get onto that in a minute, but that was the original. I have it on 7-inch vinyl. You can only get it on 7-inch vinyl because it was in 1987. It was then covered by Johnny Logan. I had to look his name then. I forgot his name for a second. Johnny Logan, who of course is Irish, and he represented the Eurovision Song Contest for Ireland. He's won it a couple of times for Ireland, hasn't he? But on one of his solo albums, he actually did a cover of it. And I'm going to play that. It was never released as a single, it was only on one of his albums. This is the album that's got it on. So we're basically going to do all three. We're going to do the Jojo and the Real People original, and then the Johnny Logan cover of it, and then the most famous version, which is the Cher hit single of it. I'm going to play all three in a row. Now, I was not aware that it was a cover. I always assumed the Cher one was the original, but I actually like, spoiler alert, this is my least favourite. I like the Johnny Logan one, but that'll be number two. So we'll start with, at the beginning, this is a Liverpudlian, a very, very obscure Liverpudlian band, Jojo and the Real People. I'll just get out my chair so you can examine that record more closely. That's what it looks like. That's the back of it there, and it's a 7-inch vinyl record. On the back, it says the information. It says Jojo and the Real People are Tony Griffiths, Phil Coxon, Chris Griffiths, obviously brothers I'd imagine, Gordon Morgan, Dave Riley, featuring the Creamy Whirls. I think I know who the Creamy Whirls, I don't know who they are. I know which bit of the song it is they'll be singing though. I know which bit it is. It's also released on Polydor Records in 1987. For Jojo, I know they're Liverpudlian because it says for Jojo info, contact the White House PO Box 79, Liverpool, L69 1LS. Is that a real address? I don't know. After making this video, I'm going to Google Street View it, and I've done this before and it doesn't actually exist, so it might come with a screenshot saying does not exist, but after I made this video, I went and Googled Street View it, and this is what it looks like if it's still a real address, coming up on the screen now. I'll insert that afterwards in the editing. But what I can tell you about this song is it's kind of like a funk record. What I can tell you also about Jojo and the Real People is they later dropped the Jojo bit and just became the Real People and became more of an indie band. And they never had any chart success, but they did influence Oasis. Oasis, the infamous band, who were heavily influenced by them. And the Real People did have some records that appear in the chart show Indie Chart, and it's more like indie music. This is more like in the funk genre, as you'll see when I start playing it. For years I couldn't find this on YouTube. I had no idea what this sounded like. For many years, like the Johnny Logan one, I had no idea what they sounded like. They've now since appeared on YouTube. People have like uploaded a video with it in on YouTube. This is notoriously expensive because it didn't chart. There aren't many copies of it about. You can go on discogs.com and buy copies, but they're like, I'm not exaggerating, we're in the vicinity of like £15 to £20 to buy one of these. That's on the cheap end. There are more expensive ones. I managed to another thing I do is I go on eBay, and I like to still auction on eBay. I use buy it now, of course, but you can save some money if you just wait, if you're willing to be patient. And I just waited for an auction of it to come up. I just kept waiting for auctions of it to come up, and waited till I got it at a good price, which I eventually won an auction and got it for, I think it was about with the postage it came to about like £3.80 or something like that. I think I paid for this, so that's why. And I'd never actually heard it. I have now. I'm going to play it. The record is not in very good condition, so as I put it on the record player here, which is behind me, by the way, that's where my record deck is. It's a Pioneer PL 990 full automated stereo turntable is what I've actually got, by the way. If there's any audiophiles watching, I'm not an audiophile, I'm just a music enthusiast. I don't give a shit about what, you know, diamond encrusted turntable I should be owning. Anyone who makes those kind of comments can go fuck themselves in the comment. No, seriously, you know, I have a lot of respect. I expect you know what you're talking about. I'm not an audiophile. I don't give a shit about sound quality as long as it sounds good enough to me. Sorry, that's just, you know, not everyone's an audiophile, okay? I'm a music enthusiast. So we're going to play this song anyway. I think I've said enough about it, so let's get it on. I have to go to the vinyl on this, and it's an automated one. I usually keep a dust cover over this at the rest of the times, but I took it off specifically to do this video. If anyone's interested, the B-side's called Hurricane. Yep, it's just a standard Polydor 7-inch. This is going to be very crackly, I know. I have given this record a clean a few times, but I can see dust on it. So this might not play very well. I'm not a fan of vinyl again. I'm not an audiophile. I don't really like vinyl. I much prefer CD. So if I hit play, it should automatically start playing it. I don't know how... Here we go. Ooh, isn't that crackle? Please ignore the crackle. Okay, it's very funk, isn't it? Now in the record it does say featuring the creamy whirls. And I think I know which bit the cream. It's when them women come in and go start singing that nonsensical bit. It's them there. I've just realised that'll be the creamy whirls there. That's who that will be on the cover there. You learn something new every day. It's pretty funky, isn't it? It's a very catchy song, I always thought that. Even the Cher ones are really catchy. That's the creamy whirls. What do they say there? It's just the same in all of them. In the Cher cover as well, which we're going to hear later. What do they say in there? Fall in love, tell me daddy, what? Something, tell me what? Fall in love, tell me daddy. I don't know, what the hell are they saying? I still prefer this to the Cher one though. This didn't sound like what I thought it was going to sound like when I first heard this was a cover by this band. This is not what I imagined it sounding like. It's very slick, you know, it's not rough, it's a very slick professional sounding song. So it kind of amazes me this band never went on to bigger success, because this is a pretty good, decent song. I've never got the bass right on this. I'm multitasking. Fall in love, tell daddy. Fall in love, she said, tell daddy. That's all in the Cher one as well, and I can never make out what it's meant to be. Nice funky saxophone riff there. As I said, I mean, they appear to be more, it's more of a funk than it is. I mean, I know that the real people, as I've already repeated myself, went on to become more of an indie band afterwards. This is a good slice of pop, you know, this is like contemporary adult pop, and really good. It does say, engineered by Pete Coleman and remixed by Mr. Mixmaster Phil Harding for PLW. No, PWL, sorry. It's not like it's an indie level, this is a Polydor, so you know. I'm just funking along here, I'm just popping along more than and it's fading away here. It's not exactly a long song, it's, you know, it's only a quick 3.5 minute song in it. That's just a good little bit of pop music, I think. I mean, why that was never a hit in the first place, I will never understand. So I'll just turn the record player off now. We'll switch over to the CD deck, and we're going to go for the Johnny Logan cover. Current. We're going to go for the Johnny Logan. I'm not putting any edits in this. We're going to go for the because I've had to use the vinyl record there. It means I had to keep turning around. I'd rather keep facing the camera. So that was the and we flip over to the CD now because we're going to do this. That was the Jojo and the Real People's version, original of One by One. Who then this guy Johnny Logan. I have to keep forgetting his name. This is his album, which is called. He's got many albums. He's Irish and he's big. He's a bigger star in Ireland than he is in the rest of the UK. But this is one of many of his albums, and it's called Mention My Name, which is from That's 1987. This is 1989. How I got this is actually quite a hard CD to find. This is the only one of his albums that has this song on it. As far as I know, it was never released as a single. As far as I can tell, I mean, someone might correct me, but my understanding of it is that Cher, according to the internet, this isn't a fact, this is just what the internet claims, is that Cher happened to be in Ireland on tour or something, and somebody played this for her, and she thought it was so good, she decided to do a cover of it herself, not knowing that it was a cover of the Jojo and the Real People song. She, like the UB40 Red Red Wine situation, Cher didn't know, heard this and decided to cover it, not knowing it was already a cover. But we're going to play it now. This was the only album of his that has it on, Mention My Name. This is actually quite expensive to buy on eBay, but again, I used the auction trick. I just kept waiting until an auction of it came up one day, and again, I got it for about, with the postage, about £3.20 something, because I just really wanted to hear this. But they've both of these are now on YouTube. Both of these are on YouTube elsewhere anyway. But I've got the CD of them because I'm a physical collector and that's what I like to do. So let's pop this on. It's track 2. If anyone cares, the track listing for the album is Red Lips, One by One, All I Ever Wanted, Union of the Heart, Never Believe It's Over, Just to Be With You, How Can It Be Love, Now That It's Not Over, Shot Down, Lay Down Your Heart, Angels Don't Hide, Only a Matter of Time, and Red Lips, open brackets, Big Lips Mix, produced by Christopher Neal. Now, and it's a CBS release. So if I open up inside, yep, CBS release. Now, I've never actually listened to any of this album apart from this one track, so I can't really judge the album itself, but we're only talking about the song. So let's pop it in and have a listen. Again, I could get quite a bit of money for this. Could I get quite a bit of money for this on eBay? Yeah, with the right auction at the right price. All the buy it nows, it's not a common thing. This is quite a rare thing to find, and if you find a buy it now on there now, they were like, some people ask silly money for this. It's like the cheapest one I could find was like £15, and they were like, people were asking 25 and that for it. But an auction came up, I stuck a bid in, didn't get outbid, got it for £3.20 something. You just have to be patient. That's the good thing about eBay, is you can, if you want to buy these niche obscure things like I do, you just have to wait and be patient, and eventually the right one will come up for the right price. So we're going for track 2, and personally I prefer, this is the best version of it in my opinion. Here we go. This has got a lot of very good production on it. This is not, you know, amateur, this is like very well produced. There's a lot of it's a very slick recording. Chill Daddy? Fall in Love, she said Chill Daddy. This is the one that Cher allegedly heard and decided to base it on this version, not the original. And it's very obvious when you hear the Cher one in a minute that she's basing it on this, not the original. This has actually got higher production values than the Cher one, in my opinion. It sounds more slick and professional. That's the inner sleeve there. It's really good, the chorus there. Rocking, I think that. What's she talking before because I'm trying to avoid the copyrights, but it doesn't work anyway. I could never monetize this channel. I'm doing this off my own back. This channel is not monetized because I use because I'm using music in it. The whole premise of this channel makes it impossible for me to monetize it. So there's like about 3 videos that haven't got a copyright infringement stamp on it. I'm trying to remember if there's a saxophone in the bridge on this one, like there is in the original. Basically, they took a bit of a jazzy number and he's made it a bit more of a contemporary adult pop. I'm running out of things to say because, you know. Again, I don't really like pop, you know, as a rule, but I just want to sing along now. It's like, you know, like I'm at a concert, I just want to sing along with it. I like this one. This is the best version of it, even though I heard the Cher one for years and years before. I like his aggression there. Of course, that's no good. We're getting to the bridge now. Now I can't remember if this has got the saxophone in it or not. Yes, it has. I couldn't remember if it was a saxophone or a guitar solo. To talk, just to say something. I mean, it's interesting to me how this guy Johnny Logan actually even how did he hear about this obscure Liverpudlian version? I mean, I don't know. How did this come to his attention to cover it in the first place? We'll never know. Nor will anyone care apart from me. Does it do that on the Cher one in the bridge? Does it start cutting that to the? It's Chill Daddy, isn't it? It's Chill Daddy. I don't think there's much guitar though. It's not like it's not guitar, is it? I think it's just keyboard. Very as I said, very high production values. It's not. So I thought someone was coming in then. I'll leave that in. John Pearson, if you're watching this, you'll laugh. You just pissed yourself laughing. I thought someone was coming in from the door. Okay. And now it just fades out. They all fade out at the end. So yeah, that was version number 2. That was Johnny Logan. I keep saying it wrong. Johnny Logan from his album Mention My Name, and it's called One by One. These are all cool. Why did I say that? I'm used to saying it at the end of each video. We're still going to do the Cher one yet, which is the most famous one. Like I say, I can't find any record of this being released as a single. It's just an album track on this album, as far as I am aware. Somebody please correct me if I'm wrong on that. And Cher was in Ireland and she happened to hear it. Apparently, the story on the internet says that, but I don't know. And then finally we're on to what became, none of those were, this is what became the hit version of it in 1996. Although interestingly is, I know for a fact that this one was only hit in Europe. This was not a hit for her in her native America, only in Europe. So when she'd get, like, it was a thing apparently, like a certain artists, particular American artists, will have this thing where internationally famous American artists, Cher, Madonna, Mariah Carey, the big one, you know, them kind of people, is or R. Kelly, or people who are big, who are stars internationally, will have a hit in Europe that they don't have a hit in America with, and then when they do a world tour, when they're doing the European leg of their world tour, they have to change their set lists, because they're like, oh yeah, but this song was like, because in Europe this was a hit for you, and people who come will want this song even though no one in America's heard of it. And I believe this is one such example of that, where when one of Cher did one of her tours, she had to add One by One into the European legs of the shows, but not in the American one. But anyway, so One by One by Cher, this is her cover of it. This is the artwork, which is just her covered in makeup. A very basic artwork, CD on the back. There's the CD of it there. I can't really say too much about the artwork. I know. So that was Cher 25 years ago, wasn't it? So interestingly, the B-side is If I Could Turn Back Time, her previous hit, and It's a Man's World is track 3. So she just stuck older hits instead. There's no B-sides on this. They just stuck a load of older hits into place. This is WEA Records. Interestingly, I've just noticed this says France on it. It says. I didn't actually own this, by the way. I didn't own this back in the day, because I remember to say these things now. I didn't own a copy of this back in the day. I had various compilation albums with it on, but I picked up a job. I've picked up various job lots over the years, and this was in one of the job lots I remember. So I've hung on to this one. So let's get it in the player and have a listen to it. Even though I grew up listening to this, and this was for me for years and years and years until like a couple of years ago. This was the original to me. This is now my least favourite of the three. But let's play it. Quite a good guitar bit. I like how she starts it. That's an echo guitar-y bit there. That's good. That's a nice touch. And it's got it's a bit more echoey than the others. A bit more sort of spacey sounding. And a nice echoey effect going off there. We've just heard the song twice. She doesn't make any changes, you know, it's the same song again, just by a different order. It sounded like Chill in the Johnny Logan one, but I'm getting Till Daddy again in this one. A bit more softly. I think Johnny Logan sings it with a bit more passion to it. She's a bit more laid back with it. I mean, it took a big name like Cher to make this a hit, basically. Even if it was only in Europe, it took that. It's slowed down a bit, isn't it? As far as I can tell. Is it in a different key? I mean, I'm not an expert on that way. I'm a music enthusiast. I'm not an expert in song keys as such. So is she singing in a different key? Someone can tell me. It gets better in the chorus. Again, it's a bit more stripped back. I don't even think they're real drums in the background. I think again it's a drum machine. She certainly put her own spin on it. You know, she certainly didn't. You know, she did manage to do it in her own style, I suppose. I mean, give her credit there, but it's the same song. But I think this lacks the passion that the Johnny Logan one we just heard did. I like the introduction, like I said, to repeat myself. I like that guitar bit at the start, but then I'm not hearing a guitar now. We're back to keyboards and synthesizers and a drum machine. There's a bass there. You can all the way through. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure I can't remember now. The saxophone when we get to the bridge, I'm pretty sure she puts a saxophone in it as well. I don't like it as much as the others. I'm trying to see if I can hear things that, you know. It's the bass is sped up there, isn't it? Sped up a bit. If I'm not talking, then my eyes are in that because I'm concentrating on it. Yeah, it is a saxophone. I couldn't remember. I couldn't really turn it into a guitar or a thingy solo, but it's definitely all three use. Three. I can't count. All three use a saxophone. Does it do that? No, she's cut out that Till Daddy bit in the bridge that Johnny Logan had put in it. And he started adding the Till Daddy bit in the bridge, which she hasn't. Adjusting my t-shirt. Well, this one's a bit for 5 minutes. I think this one's longer than the other one. This is definitely longer, so she's definitely pitched it down and done it in a lower key, hasn't she? And extended it out compared to the others. There's no guitar apart from that bit at the very start. I don't remember the music video for this very clearly. I mean, I remember it getting played on like the top 40 countdown, but I don't really remember the music videos, channels like MTV and VH1 playing it that much, or at least when I watched them, they never ever came on. I don't very clearly remember the music video. When a lot of these 90s sort of songs, I always will remember the music video, the Top of the Pops performance. Don't really remember it very clearly for this one. Yeah, that's her one is definitely longer than the other three. So yeah, and we're still fading out. We're still going. Right. And it's still fading out. Hasn't finished yet. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, that was 3 versions of the same song. And I will rank them in how good I think they are, even though you know the answer to this. That was the one that I thought was the original for years and years and years. But we have Jojo and the Real People, Johnny Logan, and Cher's one by one. And in order how good they are, I do that. I go from best to worst. I do it like that, personally. So yeah, that was me reviewing 3 versions of the same song. I don't think there's going to be any others I can do where I've got all 3. There's a few other songs I'm going to do this with where there's like 2 versions of it and I'll play both. This is the one where I had 3 of them. Extra bonus bit for the end of this video. Now, a good YouTuber I follow, a guy called Atomic Shrimp, I recommend him. Here's a link to his channel. He did a rant on one of his videos because he's like a variety channel. He's just a guy, he doesn't do it for his job, he just does it as a little bit of a side project. He has a day job, but he does scam baiting videos, which I highly recommend. They're very, very, very good. He goes on the internet and like does you know, there's like Nigerian scams, you know, you've won, I want to put $4 million in your bank account. He does a thing where he basically, what they call baits them, he winds them up, pretends to go along with it and stuff, and then does whole videos on that. That's his like main content. But he also does like other things where he tests food products and things like that. But he did a rant on one of his videos because a lot of YouTubers, if you get a channel like that which has one particular thing on it a lot, but then they do other subjects, like a variety channel, which his is, some people go on there like, I just want the scam baiting videos, I just want the scam baiting videos, and he kind of like, fuck off, I want to do, yes, I'm going to do those, but I'm going to do other stuff as well. And that kind of annoys me as well, like these channels where they'll do various things on there. I try and stick to a theme, but of course I did a video where I did a Marmite testing video, and that is by far my most watched video on this channel. It's got like 4 times as many views as any of the others. I'm a huge Marmite fan and Marmite nerd, and I love my Marmite. Now, I'm not going to, and then people keep saying, do more food tasting videos. No, this is not a food tasting channel. This is a music review channel. But I just did that one because I have a huge passion for Marmite, and I saw all these other videos. If you want someone who just tastes food reviews, who just does then I highly recommend Food Review UK. That's the guy. He inspired me a little bit for this channel. I thought, do the same idea, but do review music instead of food. But if you want to see someone reviewing food, just go there. That's a great channel. I recommend it. But this isn't that channel. However, I have a huge passion for Marmite, and no one had ever done like a video comparing the different yeast extracts, so I just did it as a one-off because no one had done it. There's a quick tag on. I've got a quick food product I want to quickly try because I've seen Food Review UK, other people like Stuart Athens, again, he's done the video where he does this. It keeps coming up on the internet. People go, this is amazing. It's Tony's Chocolonely, which is a Dutch chocolate company, and it's like fair trade chocolate. Is the idea? It's like something like this is basically like chocolate for people. But I'm a so I don't give a shit about that. But apparently people claim this is better than Cadbury's Dairy Milk. From what they say, they go, this is like even better. And I love Cadbury's Dairy Milk, so I finally got around to buying a slab of this just because I want to see what it tastes like. So I'm going to open it on camera now as a little extra bit on the bonus. This is just a bonus bit on the end. Me tasting Tony's Chocolonely. Now this is just the plain milk chocolate one, which is just what I like. I personally, that's just what I like. I just want to try the plain one. I've seen in other videos what the actual bar looks like. It's like this has got snapped in the post because it's Dutch. Bought this on eBay from an eBay seller who sells it, and it's well packaged. I've ended up ripping it. Here we go. So this is. I'm just going to break a little bit of piece off. It's already broken here, but I'm going to break a little bit off and just try it. This is just milk chocolate. You get quite a lit. You get quite a. It's got broken in the post, but it's quite thick, and you get quite a good slab. Food Review UK does a whole video on this, and he tries all the different variants as well, like because there's like loads of different variants of this. I'm just trying the milk chocolate one, so it smells more like advent calendar chocolate to me. So let's just go for it. Here we go. Tony's Chocolonely. Is it better than Cadbury's Dairy Milk? I think this is going to be more akin to Galaxy. anyone in America's watching, that's the Mars chocolate, the Mars confectionery company, Dove. It's called in America. We call it Galaxy in this country. It's the same thing. You call it Dove. This is going to be. I think it's going to taste more like that than it does like Cadbury's Dairy Milk. So here we go. It's very cocoa-y. It's like more chocolatey than the Cadbury's actually. So I'm letting it melt in my mouth, which is what I like to do with chocolate. It's not bad straight away, you know. It's pretty good. I think it's a bit too. It's a bit too chocolatey, if that makes sense. Cadbury's is a bit more milky. It's not quite as like chocolatey. It's got a bit more of a milky taste to it. This is much less of a milky taste and much more of a chocolatey taste to it, which I don't personally like that much. I'd rather have sweet milky, like sugary milkiness with a little bit of chocolate in it, as opposed to chocolate. It's not bad though, I mean, it's alright. I still think I prefer Cadbury's Dairy Milk though. If you enjoyed the music review part of this video, please hit subscribe for more videos. There's going to be a lot more coming. If you're interested, I also have a channel over on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/RogerSwift1983, all one word. That's my real name and my birth year. On that channel, I do Mario Kart, Wii, custom tracks. I speedrun Mortal Kombat 1 for the Super Nintendo, and I do commentaries on old TV commercials and old TV shows. So if you're interested in that, please go over there. But in the meantime, please hit subscribe if you want more music review videos. Ciao.